All right, we are talking about texting. That's right. So consider this video your full guide to texting, the do's, the don'ts, everything you need to know about texting a girl. It's inside right now. And listen, you want to learn this because when you text correctly, when you're doing it properly, she'll be more eager to meet up with you, which is the goal, right? I mean, do you want a texting buddy or do you want someone to actually meet up with you in person, in real life? Right? So you have to learn the proper way so that she ends up meeting up with you. A lot of guys, they screw it up. I'm going to show you some mistakes that they make, okay? They make a lot of mistakes, and then the girls don't end up meeting up with them. It can be quite the disaster, all right? And also, I want to save you some time here, okay? You're going to save time by not having to text all day long, okay? You don't want to be texting all day long. You should be doing other things with your life, other things that are going to help your life and make you more attractive. And then also, if you text wrong, if you don't know how to text, you can actually lose attraction. You can scare her away. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into some of the rules. So before we go into the do's and don'ts, what you have to understand is that texting is logistics. That's all it is. Texting equals logistics. It means that you're using texting, you're only texting a girl to meet up with her. That's it. Okay, what most guys do wrong, is they end up texting so much that it shows that you're not busy and that you're just very needy. So this is where guys make all these mistakes. They text all the time or try to over-text or try to do this thing where they try to get to know the girl and they're texting all day long, and it basically is just telling the girl, hi, I'm low status, hi, I'm needy, hi, I have nothing else better to do all day than text you, right? Not good. Doesn't get her to chase you. In fact, it repels her. And a lot of guys, they think texting should be to get to know her. Texting does not equal getting to know her. Do not use texting for that. Why? Because you're going to appear needy. So you got to make sure that you're only using texting for logistics, okay? Not to get to know her. This is all done in person, and it's going to be more effective in person too. Okay, so here's the first do. Here's what you got to do. You got to be the guy to initiate the first text message. That's what you have to do. You be the one to do it. You know, she's not going to be the one to do it. She's waiting for you to lead, for you to be dominant. So just make sure that you're the one who's going to be initiating it. Okay, very, very simple. You might not know exactly what to say to initiate it or to get them on a date. If that's a problem for you, I have something free that you can check out. Just go to trippadvice.com/text-girls. The link will be in the description. Go there and you'll get a bunch of great text messages that you can just copy and paste, 7 to be precise, and you'll use them to get dates, okay? And you can use that to be the one to initiate. Now, you might not use it to initiate the first text, but at least it'll give you an idea of exactly what to say when you finally do close, okay? And you're going to use it after you ask her out on text after 2 to 3 back and forths. So that's another do. That's what you want to do. You want to make sure that when you get her number, whether it's from online or from in person, you're going to do 2 or 3 back and forths, and then you're going to ask her out. And then you can use one of these here from the text girls. Okay, 7 deadly text messages. But that's what you got to do. Ask her out on a date on text, 2 to 3 back and forths between each of you. Okay, and you can also use what I call the care sequence. Okay, it's a little bit longer of an explanation, but I'll give you an overall view of what it is. I talk about it in my Hooked program quite a bit, but basically the care sequence is just asking her out and always coming back to the concept of asking her out. So C is for closing, A is for asking a question, R is for remind her why she likes you, and E is for eliminate excuses. So what happens is you're going to close, so you're always going to be asking her out, right? That's one of the things that you're going to have to do is ask her out. And then if she doesn't agree to asking her out, then you go to A. A is asking her a question. So maybe a couple of days later, you'll ask a question to get her to respond to your text messages, then ask her out again. If she still is not answering or saying yes to you asking her out, you'll go to R, which is reminding her why she likes you. So you might mention something that you guys originally talked about. You might say something that was, discussed when you first met her. And then you go through the sequence again backwards, right? So you're going to go to A, ask her a question, and then go to C and close. So it always comes back to closing. And then E, this is eliminating excuses. So you're going to text her again, and say something. And once she responds, you're going to call her and get her on the phone and then ask her out. This is a little bit of more of a process. I would recommend you try it. And if not, just move on. And if she's not agreeing to go on a date with you, you move on to the next girl. Okay, here's another do. Confirm the date the day of. That's what you can do with texting. Confirm the date the day of. So you're going to ask her out, right, through the care sequence. And then when she agrees to go out with you, all you're going to do is text her the day of to make sure that it's still on and that she hasn't flaked. A lot of guys ask, well, what do I do in terms of texting her in between? Like, what if I don't meet up with her for a full week? I asked her out on text. She agrees to meet up next Monday, but it's Tuesday. So there's like 7 days left. What do I do? You know what? Just average out the amount of days that are in between you and the next date. And somewhere right in the middle, just text her and say something that you're up to, so it doesn't seem needy. You're not going to say, hey, how are you? Or what are you doing? What's going on? You're going to say something that you're up to remind her, hey, you're still interested in her. She'll respond, maybe a couple back and forths. That's it. And then you're going to confirm the date the day of, and that'll be the next text message until you guys finally meet. Do not respond quickly to texts in the middle of the day. You are busy. You are a high-value man. You're on your path and your purpose. So you're not going to be responding quickly to text in the middle of the day. Yes, that's right. Maybe respond hours later. Do not sitting there texting them all day, okay? Which you shouldn't be doing anyways. But do not respond quickly. Give it some time, give it some space. Next, do not try and build attraction, okay? Remember what I said. Don't play this get to know her game. This is not the game you're trying to play. Attraction is built in person, okay? So do not try and build attraction over text message. Guys try to do that. It rarely works. You want to do it in person. So therefore, always come back to the close, meeting up with her. Another don't text her to see how her day is, which you should automatically not be doing anyways, right? Because we talked about you're not going to be trying to use text messaging to build some sort of attraction or try to, get to know her. But even worse, it just totally shows that you're not a busy guy. You're not high value if you're texting her to see how her day is. Do not do this ever again. So do not set a precedent in the beginning that you're a big texter. If you are texting her all the time in the beginning, it's going to be hard to not be texting her later on, right? So if you're watching this, you've already been texting a girl all the time and she, is ready to hear from you and you respond back quickly, it's so much harder for you to go from that to what I'm saying now, not texting her at all. So you don't want to set the precedent in the beginning that you're a big texter and that you're texting all the time, or else what's going to happen down the line, it's going to be really a big issue when you guys are texting and you're all of a sudden falling off and you're not doing it as much, and it's going to create all this drama and all these problems. So from the beginning, do not be texting a lot. It's not going to work as well if you're texting already a bunch and then you completely fall off to barely texting her. This advice doesn't work as well. So it has to be right from the beginning. Another, do not worry that you will lose her if you don't text. I work with clients all the time and they get really worried. I was working with this guy recently and he said, Tripp, I feel like I have to text her. I feel like if I don't text her and show her attention, that she's not going to end up meeting up with me on the date. If she doesn't meet up with you on the date because you didn't text her, let her go. She was never that interested in the first place and she probably was going to flake anyways. So do not worry that you'll lose her if you don't text. Really, you should be experimenting with this. Prove to yourself that she will meet up with you. You do not need to be texting all the time. Guys think they need to be texting all the time and keeping in consistent touch with the girl so the date goes through. The date will go through. Just set the date as soon as you can. So try not to make the date too far away. If it is too far away, you can do that kind of middle ground text that I talked about. But just wait for the date, confirm the day of, and you'll be good to go. Okay? So now what? Now what are you supposed to do with all this information? Because you might be in a different scenario here depending on who's watching. So any girl that you're texting right now that you haven't asked out, ask her out. Like this is the plan, right? Be this guy, right? Ask her out. Make sure you're doing that. Ask her out after you probably haven't done it 2 to 3 back and forths, but now it's time to do it. Ask her out and make it happen if you're already texting a girl and you haven't done it yet. And then now I want you to create a reminder list in your phone of the rules so you don't make any of these mistakes. So all these do's and don'ts that I gave you here, all of these, I want you to make a little list of them. Write them down. Keep them around so you know the rules. You'll remind yourself, oh yeah, I should not text her to see how her day is. I want to make sure I'm not texting all the time. That you're not trying to build attraction. That you're not responding so quickly because you're busy in the middle of the day. Like if you don't know what to do, you'll come back to this little list. I suggest you do that. And then right now, I also want you to go here and get this for free, 7 deadly text messages, 7 different ways of asking a girl out. It's 100% free. I'll put a link in the description, so go get that so you can do that. And come back to this video so you can remind yourself, again, if you haven't made that list of what to do, this is the full guide to texting here. Hope this helps. Send this to your friends if they're making the mistakes, and I'll hope to talk to you soon.